My name's Sanjay Prasad. I'm one of the cardiology consultants at the Royal Brompton Hospital and also work at Imperial College London. As a cardiologist, one of the areas that I'm most interested in is looking at diseases of the heart muscle, cardiomyopathy and heart failure. So this is something that affects a significant proportion of the population at some point in their life, and in particular trying to understand why it is that in some patients they develop this heart disorder. So what is myocarditis? Myocarditis is a condition that affects several thousand people across the UK every year. Very commonly young people who've been previously well, very fit. It's most commonly caused by a viral infection. Now, everyone gets a viral infection. Most people will heal without any problems. But for some reason, in some patients, the body seems to go into an overdrive. It seems to affect the immune system. And as a consequence, the immune system attacks the heart. The heart muscle then becomes diseased, it becomes weak, and patients can then develop symptoms of either heart failure, they become breathless, they become fatigued, very tired, or occasionally, and very tragically, they can develop rhythm disturbances. These rhythm disturbances are because the myocarditis causes an inflammation in the heart muscle that then results in scarring of the heart. And occasionally that can be lethal, and patients can suffer from sudden death. So how does myocarditis present? Typically, patients will be very fit, they'll be well, they may have a bout of gastroenteritis, it may be something they've eaten, or they may have a bad flu-like illness. Now, most patients will recover from that spontaneously, but some patients will go on to develop symptoms of breathlessness, they may be fatigued, they may develop some swelling of the ankles, or they may develop palpitation, heart rhythm disturbances. Occasionally, and thankfully rarely, but importantly, some patients can present with an episode of collapse. So one of the challenges with myocarditis is to know who does well and who does badly, and this is something that at the moment we don't do well. The other great big challenge at the moment is why do certain individuals get the myocarditis? All of us will get a viral infection, the majority will be absolutely fine, and yet every year a few thousand patients will develop the myocarditis where they get changes in the heart muscle. So what is the role of the Alexander Janssen's Foundation? One of the things that became very clear on speaking to Andy was that while I could give him my description of what had happened and I could give him a medical explanation, it was clear that looking for other sources of information, particularly lay sources of information, was something that was just not available. Family members struggled to know what had happened to their son in terms that they could understand. I think the single biggest aim is to stop another Alexander Janssen's from happening. That without a doubt is to make sure that other families don't go through that same experience. It's early intervention, early detection, and thereby preventing those circumstances. We're on a mission, and that mission is from a very tragic circumstance to try and hopefully do something that creates some good out of this, working with the foundation to try and prevent the next Alexander Janssen. That's where we want to be, and that's a very simple, very important, very pressing need.